What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Punting for the People. Apologies for the length of time between the videos. As you guys are aware, or as I made you guys aware of last vlog, I am currently in the search for a new football team. The world of German football in my area was turned upside down a couple of weeks ago, and it left me in a situation where I had to get to work and find another team to play for. So the last couple of weeks I've been putting a whole lot of effort into doing that, so apologies for the absence, but of course I want to play football this year, and that's something that needed to be taken care of. I have signed with a team. I have to keep things a little bit quiet until everything gets set in stone and made public. We are back after the short absence with another video about Berlin. This one is something that I don't have a whole lot of experience talking about. I have done as much research as I possibly can about this subject. It is kind of a touchy or a sensitive subject for some. Today's video is surrounding the Berlin Wall, or as it is called in German, the Berliner Mauer. The Berlin Wall is a massive part of Germany's history, not only because it did split East and West Berlin, but it was also a massive part between splitting East and Western Germany. For those of you who aren't aware, there was a long period of time where East Germany and West Germany were separate. Berlin was a huge kind of catalyst in the separation. There was, of course, East and West Berlin and the Berlin Wall that kind of went all the way through the city. And now the funny part when you think about the splitting of Berlin, or the splitting from East Germany to West Germany, is Berlin was actually not on the border of East Germany and West Germany. It was actually almost right in the middle of East Germany. But the western part of Berlin was still considered Western Germany. So this wall obviously split East and West Berlin, but then West Berlin was surrounded still by Eastern Germany, which I didn't actually know until it was explained to me, which is kind of interesting in its own way, that you're considered being a part of Western Germany, even though that part of Berlin, which is considered Western Germany, is inside of Eastern Germany still. But it was amazing being able to see the two major parts of the wall, one of them being the East Side Gallery where all the famous graffiti pictures are, and then also seeing the remnants of the wall and being able to kind of step between not only East Germany and West Germany, but East Berlin and West Berlin, and also being able to read and see kind of some of the facts and stories behind the wall and kind of where it was built, how it was founded, how it was built, and everything involved, from obviously the wall itself to what they referred to as the death strip. And there was also some amazing stories about people who were trying to flee from one side of the wall to the other. Actually have been recommended to watch a movie called Balloon from one of my friends from Berlin, which I have not watched yet. I've actually found it on a streaming site. It's about a family or a group of people who were trying to actually fly themselves in a homemade hot air balloon from one side of Berlin to the other side, or really from one side of Germany to the other. So really interesting movie, which I'm going to watch, all based on true events. And now, although I'm showing all of these pictures of when we went and visited the wall and the remnants of it, I don't want to get too far into the story of it because number one, I'm not a professional on the West versus East Germany history, West and East Berlin and Berlin Wall history. I am definitely not a professional. It is just something that I wanted to share with you guys. I understand that it is a little bit of a sensitive subject to some more than others. I want to kind of just show people that don't have the opportunity, number one, to get there at this time, and also people that don't realize kind of the significance that the wall has inside of not only German and Berlin history, but I guess world history as well, because it did change a lot of political and geographical things for Germany and the rest of the world. I don't want to give you guys a lecture or a lesson on the Berlin Wall, but I do want to show you some really awesome shots that I got throughout the East Side Gallery and also all around other parts of the Berlin Wall while we're in Berlin. Now you guys saw in one of my videos from 2019, I went to Berlin with my mum and my cousin and Marianne, and we obviously got to see a lot of Berlin. But one thing we didn't really get to see because of number one, the weather and just the time that we had available was the Berlin Wall. So I was really thankful for the fact that I could come back and see it in its entirety. It was rather empty, so we had kind of the space to ourselves to kind of sit and I guess reflect on the thing that is the Berlin Wall, this massive piece or pieces of concrete and metal that were used to divide a city for a huge period of time, whether that be family, friends, loved ones, if you were on one side or the other. Same thing, I'm not a historical buff when it comes to this stuff, but I can only imagine how tough of a time it was when this was in place. So seeing it without a whole bunch of tourists around, being able to experience both major parts of the wall, read the stories that surround it, was very interesting. I love the fact that I have the ability to go and experience it for myself and to see what was there and what is still there. And I hope you enjoyed coming along for the ride and seeing it as well. If you haven't been to Berlin and you haven't seen the wall, this is the reason why I wanted to film this stuff, is because some people don't have the opportunities that I've been given to go and see these things in person. But I'm hoping that you enjoyed the video anyway and that it made for a nice little bit of viewing. If you guys did enjoy watching the video, please do consider leaving a thumbs up. Definitely leave comments, information about the whole East-West Germany and the Berlin Wall. I would love to learn more about it from either people that experienced it or people that have first-hand knowledge about it. You can obviously read so much on the internet, but I would love to hear from you guys. But guys, that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed the time in Berlin, seeing the wall and experiencing that side of Germany's history. Until next time, guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being patient with my sometimes delayed upload schedule. I promise to get better at that as things start to open up. But as always, thank you so much. My name is Jacob. This is Punting for the People. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.